What are you saying? What's your prediction?
My prediction, first and second round, Tyson will win.
Really?
Yeah, maybe he knock him down. Jake Paul, yeah, watch out.
Wow.
This is my grandpa. He used to be a boxer.
Alright, Lolo. So I have a question for you. Were you a boxer before?
Yes.
So I have a question. Have you ever knocked anybody out?
No.
You've never knocked anyone out?
No.
No? Never?
But I hurt.
You hurt him.
Yeah, I hurt him.
Can we see your hands? There you go.
And like a lot of us watching the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight, he expected one thing, and that was for Mike Tyson to absolutely knock out Jake Paul. However, if you watch the fight, we all know that that did not happen. I'm gonna try and give some commentary on this fight. Now please note that I'm a beginner boxer, so I don't really have much say into the technical side yet. So if you want, take this video with a grain of salt, leave it in the background, and do whatever you want to do. Remember, right now I'm a beginner, so you could take this video as really just a kid who really likes boxing, making some commentary.
So the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight. Now please note, my footage is just gonna be in the background while I commentate. As a boxing fan, I would consider this fight really interesting. I mean, for example, it was literally on Netflix, probably the first of its kind event. We all know that Jake Paul won that match. But I want to take a quick second to remind you that the undercard was actually pretty good. Goyat gave back shots to his opponent. Mario Barrios versus Abel Ramos was literally something straight out of Hajime no Ippo. And Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano was also absolutely amazing. But if I had to be honest, this was not a Tyson that we saw in the training footage. And I think I know the reason why.
Alright, now knowing that those clips were cut up and possibly sped up, let's see how it looks on my own footage.
Alright, now watching that video really quick, did you see the amount of cuts that were just in that small sequence? Let's be honest, there was a lot. And I think this is important because I've seen a lot of people say that Mike Tyson was holding back during the fight. But I don't think this is the case. You could look at the training footage and see that yes, Mike Tyson was training and moving like he was 20 years old. However, you could just see that the cuts are happening every single second. It's easy to look really quick for a couple seconds, maybe even sped up, but it's not easy to look really quick for 8 2-minute rounds. Now also note that this match was a lot shorter for Tyson. It was 8 2-minute rounds, which is below the standard of 3-minute rounds. So you may be asking me, why is that important? Well, if you've ever trained in combat sports before, you'll know that the difference between 2-minute rounds and 3-minute rounds is absolutely insane. It feels like 10 minutes in there. Now yes, the rules did benefit Tyson here, however this age gap was just way too big. Jake obviously wasn't gonna let Mike in during the early rounds because he might not have known the power that Mike held. However, once he realized that Mike was bored and uninterested, he just kept spamming him with double jabs. Now you may make a case and say, sure Kobe, that footage is really cut up. But what about the new footage that just came out? And the same rule applies. Sure, this footage isn't cut up like the others, but you could see Mike resets every single time after he throws a quick combination. Because of Mike's age, his legs aren't just what they used to be, and that's the grim reality. Now another thing to note is that this fight took place in Texas, and that's important because this was sanctioned as a pro bout. Now a lot of people thought this was an exhibition, but it's not. It counted as a loss for Mike Tyson and a win for Jake Paul. You could also note that Texas has a more lenient athletic commission than other states. Take that as you will. However, there's also another rule that could have stifled Mike Tyson's power. They used 14-ounce gloves. This is extremely important to the fight, as we all know Mike Tyson was getting older. And if you compound that with 14-ounce gloves, that is a huge difference. Now, you may be asking, Kobe, why are 14-ounce gloves such a big difference? Well, if you've ever worn boxing gloves, you would know that 10-ounce gloves and 14-ounce gloves are a whole different level. 14-ounce gloves make you feel like you're moving the weight of the world with each punch, and 10-ounce gloves make you feel like you're lighter than air. That's what makes this really, really important. Now, 14-ounce gloves also limit the amount of force each boxer can create, which is very, very important. Now, a lot of people say that in boxing, power is the last thing to go. And we all know because Mike Tyson is much older, his speed and his timing are not what they used to be. When you take away his power, all he might have is his ring IQ.
So that's about all the perspective that I could give on this fight. Obviously, we all wanted Mike Tyson to knock out Jake Paul, but sometimes reality is different than your ambitions. Anyway, that gives me an idea.
Jake, if you're watching this video, I have a proposal for you. From businessman to businessman, I have another business opportunity. So instead of fighting old people, let's call it elder abuse, why don't you do some child abuse? Let's flip the script here, Jake. You know who your perfect first fight just to dip your toes in would be? That would be me. I'd be a perfect candidate. I can't work, so that means you could pay me $0. That'd be pretty good, wouldn't it? Hello, I'm filming a video. It's chilly out here.
Anyway, that's all I have to say for today, everybody. I'm Kobe Gaza. Please subscribe, and I hope you have a great day.